Hi everybody, welcome to the live stream. I'm Tisa Blackburn and I'm your acrylic diva and also your digital diva while we're at it. We're going to be covering how to create digital art for the holidays and how to decorate your home with that and maybe give them as gifts too. That's an awesome thing to do when you can make something special for someone and you can give it as a gift. So if you are following me over on YouTube, I will be looking at the chat box as best I can and answering your questions. If you want to purchase any of the products that I talk about, you can catch me over at Amazon Live. And that is just acrylicdiva.live. There you go. That's where I am. So I will jump into the carousel right now. The first thing on the carousel is the Apple iPad Pro, the 2020 Apple iPad Pro, which is the one I'm going to be working on today. Let's take a look at that on the overhead camera. There we go, right there. And I have my nice little foliage, my little fake plant there. It's the only kind I can grow. It's the ones that are plastic. I always kill the other ones. Well, not on purpose, by accident. I just forget to water them. So there you go. Anyway, we are going to talk about digital art and looking at the live stream here and hoping that we are in fact live. It's kind of strange looking there for a bit. Doesn't actually look like we're live over on Amazon. How funny is that? Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We are definitely live on YouTube, though. Looks like we're live over here. Yay! We're live someplace. Okay, so let's keep moving along here. I'm going to check in and make sure that we are actually streaming because it doesn't look like we are for whatever reason. Let's see. Let's just see what's happening. Oh yeah, we're doing okay. I guess some of the platforms are taking some time to catch up. So maybe that is what's going on over on YouTube and also over on Amazon. It looks like Amazon's having a hard time catching up as well. So maybe that's just par for the course. Okay, so let's. Hi, Hibiscus Tea, Nando. Yeah, I know. I'm live. I can see the live stream on YouTube and I can see it on Facebook. But for whatever reason, my Amazon stream, I can't see it on this end. But that's okay. I'll just, I'm used to that by now, right? All right. Let's take a look at this iPad Pro, which is what I kind of want to look at today. And I've got that in the carousel. And if you are with me on Facebook, just jump over to, I'm actually going to type something here. I wonder if you guys are going to see this. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know if that'll show up on everywhere, but that's supposed to be in the chat box for you. I'm over at Amazon Acrylic Diva Live. I'll just put it in the chat box there, in case you want to join me over here. Okay, well, I am using my Blue Yeti mic, and I'm pretty excited about that because it was offline for a while, and the reason it was offline, I found out, is because I had some power issues. I was having kind of wonky power stuff. Yeah, isn't that, like, this is the giant microphone. It looks huge, doesn't it? It is kind of big, but it works great. When it works great, it works great. When we have power problems, that's a big, big problem. So I'll kind of get it out of the way so it's not right in your face there, or my face. The Mac? No, you know what? Oh, you're going to laugh, Nando. This was such a duh moment for me. I had the Mac plugged into my CalDigit, and that's an expansion hub, and I have everything plugged into it, and the Mac was plugged into it, but I also had the Mac plugged into power, like another power strip. And so I think there was some weirdness going on there. Tell me if we get robot voice or we get weird buzzing or whatever. I don't think we're going to, though. I think I found the source of it. So I'm really happy to be able to use my Blue Yeti again, because I like the sound when it works, but it was totally not the Blue Yeti's fault. It was my fault because I had too many wires running around. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was overwired, which I might be overwired right now because I just had a piece of pumpkin cheesecake. So I'm kind of like, kind of way sugared out. I should go run around the block and burn some of it off. Yeah, like that's going to happen. So let's go to the iPad screen. We've got the, it was very yum, Nando. It was very, very yum. And if you guys aren't over on Amazon, I can still see you in chat. You can put some chat in there. I've got the chat going in another place. I think I can see everybody. So holler out. Let me know where you are. Okie doke. So I've got the iPad open here, and we're looking at the iPad screen. And today is all about digital art and creating digital art. You can give as gifts, or you can also decorate your home, and it doesn't just have to be for this holiday. It can be for a bunch of other holidays or just random Tuesday afternoon kind of thing. So what I want to do is kind of run through some of the mechanics of the iPad, and then we'll go and we'll make some cool stuff. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna reload that page right there. Okie doke. So far so good, right? We haven't crashed anything yet. I'm hoping we don't crash. It would be really nice if we don't. It's crashed so much. I'm kind of used to it. I should just live stream with a helmet on, because the stream will go down and crash. Get it? Crash, helmet, crash. That was a stretch, wasn't it? Okay. All right, Tisa, behave. Okay. So let's look at the iPad and some of the functionality. If you don't have your iPad yet, if Santa's bringing you an iPad and he's bringing you an iPad Pro, you're going to want to. The first thing you're going to want to look at is the fact that you have no home button. There's no home button. What happened? They took it away. So here's the overhead, and just taking a look at the overhead, you'll see here you've got the overheads. That's the overhead screen. This is the iPad screen you're looking at. And, some of the functionality that is really kind of amazing and that I love, love, love is the fact that you can use this search, the native search for the iPad. You can use that, and it not only searches the iPad, but it searches the web and maps and apps and your email and everything else. So, for instance, because I've got pumpkin cheesecake on the brain, I'm going to just pull down in the middle of the screen. Pull down in the middle of the screen, and you get that search bar, and I'm just going to put in pumpkin cheesecake because I just had a slice of pumpkin cheesecake, and it's right in my brain. So if I put pumpkin cheesecake in that search, look what comes up. Websites come up. Maps come up. Oh, look, they're only 0.7 miles away, the cookie place. The Scratch Bakery, they're 6 miles away. This is not good, you guys. Parlor Donuts, this is not good. They shouldn't do this. I should search for something like, vitamins or something. But anyway, you can get that search, and it'll search your apps. It'll search on maps. Like, for instance, if you want to find out where, let's do something like, I want to get my tires fixed, tire repair. That's not as much fun as cheesecake, but you'll see what I mean. Tire repair. So all the map things come up, and then suggested websites. And look, that's in Fort Worth, Texas. We're not going there. But, all kinds of stuff. everything that you need, and that's just a search. And the nice thing about that is that you don't have to search your mail, search the map, search on Safari, do all of these searches, one search, and you get everything about pumpkin cheesecake or tire repair and how they go together, and then the other thing that you can do on here that I think is pretty cool is the control center. And if I can invoke this the proper way, I never do. My fingers don't want to work for whatever reason. If you go up in the corner here, oh look, I did it first time. I'm always doing it the wrong way. I always get something else. If you go up to that corner and pull down, you'll get the control panel. And that will have flashlight, it'll have camera, it'll have the volume control, all kinds of stuff, Bluetooth, airplane mode, everything like that. And you can use your iPad as a remote control for your TV. And I don't know about you guys, but trying to search the TV with the remote control and trying to do the letters A, D, is crazy. So you can do it right on your iPad and just type it in. And I prefer that. Also, if you have a smart home, then you can add your iPad to it and control everything in your smart home from your iPad, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm all about the devices, y'all. All right, so that is a little bit about that, the two, like search and the control panel. And then if you want to organize your iPad, you want to put things in folders. So the easy way to do that is just to drag them on top of each other. So for instance, let's go to let's go to crossword puzzle. We'll put crossword puzzle and Google Earth in a folder together. They don't belong together, but you'll see what I mean. And then you can put things that go together in the same folder. So I'm just going to do this for you for an example. So here's my crossword puzzle. I go over here and I hold Google Earth and then I let go. Now they're in a folder together. Tap that. Now I've got that folder. If I want to change the name of the folder, just tap up there, back up over that, and just go Tisa Stuff or whatever, done. Now that's called Tisa Stuff. Now I've got to take those out of there because I'll never remember what I did with them. So I'm going to tap and pull that. Come on. I'm going to pull the New York Times out of there. And you see the Google Earth went out of there as well because there's nothing else in there. So now I'm going to tap that and say done. And oh, what did I do? I didn't complete the thing, did I? There. One more time. I was not paying attention. Come here, you. There. Now they are out there where they were to begin with. And while I have Google Earth on this page, have you guys played with Google Earth? Oh my gosh. If you're doing digital art and you need reference for something, like you're doing superheroes or something, and they're flying over a city, and you need maybe you need a picture of the Eiffel Tower or something, check this out. If you don't have this app, you need to get it immediately. This is Google Earth, and I was in Santa Fe. Okay. I'm going to search for the Eiffel Tower, E-I-F-F. Oh, no, I have to back up over this stuff. Wait a minute. Okay, how do I spell Eiffel Tower in the first place? E-I-F-F? Oh, yeah, good. It just put it in there for me. Okay, Eiffel Tower, Paris. Here we go. I am flying into the Eiffel Tower. And, whoops, go away. You go away too. So now here I am. I'm above the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to go to 3D. Check it out. Here I am at the Eiffel Tower, right? Look at that. That's the Eiffel Tower. Now, I could, say for instance, I'm doing an illustration and my superhero's flying over the Eiffel Tower or something. I can do a screenshot of this and then pull it into Procreate and, use the Eiffel Tower. I mean, it's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy, right? So let's go. Where else should we go? Let's go to Empire State Building. Empire State Building. Okay, we'll go to the Empire State Building. Here we go. We're flying from Paris. This is the best way to fly, by the way. Fly across the ocean to the Empire State Building. And now we're in downtown Manhattan. And check it out. Look, there's the Empire State Building. Where's Times Square? I'm completely disoriented. I lost Times Square. It's somewhere over here. But there you go. And look at that. That is 3D. I'm just rotating. Did I make you dizzy? Isn't that amazing? That's Google Earth. So I'm just going to say that if you're going to get Google Earth on your iPad, be prepared to spend a few hours because you will be hooked. I guarantee it. You will be hooked. There's no way you're going to be able to put it down. You're going to be flying all over the place. Oh, let's go to Grandma's house, you know. You put in Grandma's address and fly over there. And you know I've done that, right? You know that I have flown over my own house. Of course I have, right? Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's really fun. It's really, really fun. But it's also super useful. Right? So think about that. If you are using Google Earth on the iPad, I mean, something as simple as, you know, navigating downtown San Francisco. If you're new to the city and you don't know where parking is, or you don't, you know, there's a parking structure at Union Square, but you don't know how to get into it, this could be really super helpful. So besides just being fun to play with, be very helpful. And also, it's really great for things like illustrations. If you want to have photo reference and do illustrations based on a location, you know, you could definitely do that. So there you go. I just look at that. Isn't that wild? I love that so much. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to take the little person. I think I have to go back to 2D to do that. I'm going to take the little person. Come here, you. My fingers don't want to work. Okay, well, I can't get my finger. There, that's what I was trying to invoke, the little person. And tap there. And now we're going to get Street View. We're flying down to Street View. Hello. Welcome to Manhattan, guys. So, honestly, I mean, just for that alone, that is amazing, right? Your stalkers can now get you, Nando. I know. That's why you're supposed to have a P.O. box, honey. Yeah, you have a P.O. box, right? You have a P.O. box. I know, because I sent you a copy of my book. So yeah, it's really amazing. But now part of the issue for if you're an artist, an illustrator, and you are working in digital art, this is a really, really good way to get photo reference for something. If your superhero or something is standing on the corner in front of the UGG store, whatever, you know, you can use that to draw from. It really works in terms of using photo reference. And back in the old days, way old days, when I was an illustration major, we had to actually, you know, take photocopies of stuff from magazines and scour the libraries for photo reference. So, yeah. Oh yeah, the Pride UGG store. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I didn't even clock on that. So yeah, there you go. That is a little bit about Google Earth and inside the iPad, and just one of the many functions that you can use inside the iPad. It's just too much fun, right? So down here at the bottom, you can see this little dark bar. I'm just going to kind of scroll up gently on that. We've got Google Earth open, but say for instance I want to open Procreate and I want to draw something that I see on Google Earth. I'm going to hold Procreate here and I'm going to pull it over to the side and let go. Now I've got Procreate open and Google Earth open over here. I could do that with music or pages or just about anything. You know, if I had something over here that I wanted to look at, or say I wanted to watch Netflix on this side and I wanted to draw while I'm watching Netflix. Of course, I never do that. I never ever do that, right? Do you guys believe me? Okay, can I go to cemeteries? Yes, of course I can. Let's go to, where are we going? 7 Reese Mews in South Kensington. That's very specific, Nando. Are you going to tell me why we're going there? 7 Reese Mews in Kensington, London. Oh, it's Francis Bacon's studio, of course. Oh my God. Is it still there? I thought the Scottish people bought it and took it to Scotland. I thought they took it to Scotland, and because the last I heard about Francis Bacon's studio was that they came in and these conservators shot not millions, but hundreds of photographs, and they documented his entire studio, and then they basically took it piece by piece back to his hometown, which is in Scotland, right? And put it all back together again. So, okay, is that his? Let's see. That does not look like a studio to me. Let's see. We'll go in front of it and see. Here we are. We're in front of it. And let's turn around. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Am I making you dizzy? Okay, let's see. That's the back of it. I can't see the front of it for whatever reason. I can't see the front for, I don't know. It won't let me see the front. Not sure why. Not sure why. But, no, yeah, I didn't think that was it. I didn't think that was it. So, yeah, I think they moved his studio to Scotland. All right, so there you go. Now you can get Google Earth and fly around the world all on your own and stalk all your favorite movie stars, right? No, don't stalk people. Don't do that. That's all creepy. Don't do that. Let's actually. Oh, you can see it on your PC? Huh. I must have the wrong Reese Mews. That must be the wrong Reese Mews. Let's actually, I've got the 2021 Apple iPad in your carousel right now. And, oh, finally Amazon caught up with me. Jeez. It took them a while. All right. Anyway, I've got the Amazon iPad there. Open, and I want to talk to you a little bit about making digital art with the iPad and creating holiday themed art, or creating art anytime. It doesn't have to be holiday themed, right? Because I'm working all the time on the iPad. I'm a digital gal, and hold on, my little stool there, it wasn't in the right place. I like to put my foot up while I'm talking because I stand all the time. All the live streams that I do, I stand. So, and I'm not 25 years old. Shocking though that may be, I'm not 25 years old. I'm 25 years old times 3 almost. Okay, not really, only times 2 plus. Let's look at Procreate and let's make some digital art that you can use to give to friends and family. So I'm going to tap on the black box with the brush stroke, and I was actually creating some fun whimsical landscapes in here the other day. And I thought it might be fun to do something like this that is kind of, it has no particular theme, no particular like holiday theme or seasonal theme like that, so that you could actually use this for presents or gifts any time of the year, right? So let's take a look at how this was done. And I've got a banged up thumb, so I'm a little wonky with that. It's so Dr. Seuss. Yeah, I still want to be Dr. Seuss when I grow up. I do. Let's go back to the gallery. We're going to start there. I'm going to move my fake plant out of the way. And you're going to look at my screen here, and then the little screen you'll see my gestures. Now, let's start off with a new canvas. I'll just go to the plus sign, and I'm going to go to square. I'm going to make it kind of large. With the new 5.2 update, you are able to make really big canvases. So this is 6,000 by 6,000 pixels, and that translates out to about 24 to 27 inches square. That is a really good size. You can print that at 300 DPI. So that's a good size for artwork. So let's do some kind of whimsical landscape that would be a perfect little gift, and then you can actually put a couple of little things into it that will give it that holiday flair. And you can change those little things. So you could change them for Valentine's Day, or what's the other one in March? St. Patrick's Day, or someone's wedding or something. You can change a couple of little things, but the main thing stays the same. So you get the feel for that. All right, so here we go. We're in a new canvas, and the first thing we're going to do is change our background color. So tap those layers right there, the ones that are two little boxes, and then tap background color. Now let's have something kind of whimsical. Let's go with a kind of a turquoise, not that dark. And now your outer ring is the hue, and the inner ring is going to be the tint or the shade. Tint meaning a color that you add white to, and shade is a color that you add black to. So see, if I'm out here, if I have this color here, and I move around like that, see the color dot right there? See how it changes? So when you pick that color, make sure you're not in the dark area, because then that's going to be the color you'll get, okay? All right, now let's do some fun texturizing on this, because it's kind of bland, just the way it is. So, hi Tracy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Be sure you go to that page that's listed underneath me, that URL, and that'll tell you how to enter the contest. I give away something every month, and this month we're giving away, I think we're going to give away a free class in my online school. So there you go. Make sure you go and enter that, okay? All right. Layers. We're in our layers. Here's our layers right there. And on this layer right here, I'm going to put some texture and make it kind of a nice overlay, so it gives that background some texture, okay? So to do that, I go to the layer. Here's my brush, and I'm going to go down here to elements, and I'm going to go to clouds, which would be perfect. So here's what clouds looks like. And I'm going to make it right here. You can see these two colors, turquoise and the golden color. They'll kind of typically do complementary colors there. But what I want to do is make it black and white, like that. Black and white, because you get the most contrast that way. So we'll see if we like it. We can always change it. And here's the thing, you always want to work in multiple layers, because that is what will get you the best results. And it will also allow you, if you make a big boo-boo, you can just delete the layer or hide it, okay? Work in layers, always work in layers. All right, so here we are, layer, we've got clouds. Let's see how big our clouds are. Okay, and I want them black, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to swap these. Swap that. Let's go here and here. I'll change those around. There we go. Now I'm black. It should be black and white for the most contrast. Let's do that. Now I don't want it just to be a blob there, so I'm going to go to the layer, tap that in right there. And we're going to go to the overlay. Let's make it an overlay. Let's see, do we like overlay? Still a little strong. Let's go back to that. Soft light. Oh, soft light's much better. So those are your blend modes. That's what you're going to do with blend modes. Tracy wants to know what app I'm drawing with is Procreate. And this is on the iPad Pro, which is in your carousel. And the Procreate app is the black box with the brush on it. That's Procreate for Tracy. So we've got some texture here, and so we've got a little bit of background interest going. I'm going to turn my fan on. I have a lot of video lights in here, so my studio gets quite warm. Gets pretty toasty in here. Okay, so we've got our background going and we're liking that. Now we're going to do another layer, of course. So go to layers and tap on the layers, and it will always bring the layer in above the layer that you're working on. Okay, so let's tap here and tap our plus sign. Now we have a new layer, and this time we're going to go to our selection tool and we're going to use color fill. So make sure your color up here is something nice. I'm going to go for a green, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So I'm going to go back to my selection tool, which is the one that looks like the ribbon, the S, and like that. And I'm just going to make kind of a cool mountainy round mountain shape. And when I tap on it, if I have selection tool and color fill, make sure color fill is selected. And then I'm going to get this color fill when I tap that selection. When I come back and tap the gray dot, let's do it one more time so you can see. Selection tool is here. And I'm just going to drag. See, I'm dropping a gray dot right there. Whoops, that's kind of wonky. I'm going to drop this gray dot here. And it doesn't even matter if I'm on the canvas. I'm off the canvas, so it doesn't really matter. Okay? So we'll go like this and just tap. And because I have color fill open and highlighted, it is going to fill with whatever color I pick. Okay, so we got that. That's fine. Whoops, I don't need that. And tap selection tool, and now it's locked in. Let's go one more layer. Let's change our color to something a little more yellow. We'll go back to our selection tool, and we'll just make a kind of a rounded mountain. And that one is going to be in front because it's above. Okay, now those are fine. Those shapes are fine, but they're kind of bland, you know. So let's go back to this layer right here. We're going to add a layer above it, and we're going to use what's called clipping mask. So on this one, we are going to go to our brush, and we are going to go to textures. I think we have textures, or do we have organic? Yeah, I'm going to use Hessian. I like that Hessian, that kind of cross-hatching look. I'm going to use Hessian. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to change my color to black and white. And I've got this right here, and I'm on that layer, and I've got Hessian. And Hessian's pretty big. That's good. That's fine. Now, I'm going to... Wait a minute. It's white. I don't want it white. I want it black. There we go. And it's going to be, sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. I should be above. This should be above. Come here, you. Hold it and go above. There, much better. All right, tap a couple times to undo things. Just tap. And as a matter of fact, let's just delete it and do it properly, Tisa. I'm just going to put that layer there. Okay, good. Now, Hessian, black, correct layer. Okay, good. Now we can do what I was trying to do in the first place. There's my Hessian in black on top of my gold hill. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called clipping mask. Tap that, go to clipping mask, and the clipping mask will only put that texture where there is color on the layer beneath it. Okay? But I don't want this big ugly black thing there. I want to take a look at the blend modes and see if there's something I like better. Let's have the, I can't do my thumb today, is bothering me. There, let's look at blend mode. Tap the N, and let's see what kind of blend mode we like. That's too light. Color dodge. I'm going to make it large so you can see. I'm getting really subtle texture here. I don't want it quite that subtle. Let's see. That's too crazy. Soft light, hard light, no. Vivid, no. Linear, no. Pen. Difference. Did we like difference? Difference is kind of nice. It's very subtle. Exclusion, subtract. divide, whoops. Hue is kind of nice, but it's a little too heavy. Saturation, color, luminosity. Let's go back to, I kind of like, where did it go? Was it difference? Yeah, difference. I like difference as a blend mode because it's really, really subtle. Now what you could also do, you could go to something like overlay. Soft light at 70% opacity would look cool. Yeah, and that's the thing. Here's overlay right here, and I'm going to change the opacity. And see how when I change the opacity of the overlay, it changes that texture. So maybe we'll leave overlay and the opacity about 33%. That's kind of nice. It gives us a little bit of texture without being overwhelming. So we're going to repeat the process right here on layer number 2. We're going to add a layer above that. And I'm going to leave it at Hessian. You can go in and get all kinds of textures. You can even buy textures. I've got a bunch of textures. But I'm just going to leave it on Hessian for the time being. And we've got Hessian and we've got black. And let's make sure we're on the right layer. And so I'll just come in here and throw that down. And see, I don't have to worry about it going outside of the shape because I'm going to use the clipping mask. So I go here and I tap on that and I tap clipping mask and it automatically drops it right into that shape. Now we'll go in here and see if our overlay does the same kind of thing. Overlay. See, that's pretty nice, overlay there. Let's push the opacity down just a bit because it's a little bit on the heavy side. And see, that's nice. It's not overwhelming. Now we'll do a couple of layers, go to the very top here, do a couple more layers, and this time we're going to make some tree-like vegetation. We're also going to use our selection tool to do that, and our color fill, and we want our color fill to be something fun, like, let's go purpley, maybe purple, something, yeah, like that. We want some contrast. We might need it that dark. So we're going to go freehand. Make sure your selection tool is on freehand. My selection tool is the one that looks like the little ribbon. And I just made a big blob right there. Selection tool, freehand, color fill. And let's make a kind of Italian, you know those Italian kind of, what are those, cypress trees? So there's one. Now let's make another one, and we're going to change the color slightly. We'll make it slightly more blue, and we'll make it a bit different in size. There's another one. Tap off your selection, and those will be locked in. Now I'm doing these on the same layer. I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend you do a new layer for every single tree, every single element, because that way if you make a big boo-boo, you can just delete it or hide it. So I'm going to tap out with 2 fingers, okay? Tap, tap, that's tap with 2 fingers, undo, 3 fingers, redo, brings it back. So I'm going to take that little purple tree out. I'm going to make a new layer, go to my selection tool, and I'll put that little purple tree back in, but now it's on a separate layer. So the great thing about that is I can move these around. So say I'm thinking, oh, you know, that little purple tree should be over there. I'll go to that little purple tree, get my transform tool, and just move it over here. Now it lives there, you know. Or say, for instance, I really like the shape of that purple tree. That purple tree's really working for me. Let's duplicate it. Slide to the left, duplicate, go to transform. Now I've got 2 of them. And let's bring this one over here. I'm going to turn snapping off because that will interfere with me moving things around. And let's go, we don't want these exactly the same size, and we don't want them exactly the same color either. So while we've got on this layer, we'll go to the adjustments. We'll go to hue, saturation, and brightness. And let's just change the hue slightly on this one. Maybe it's over here in this range, okay? And maybe we'll make it a little bit brighter. There we go. Now it's exactly the same size as this one right here. Let's change the size, go to transform, And let's make it a little, make sure you're on freeform. Make it a little taller and maybe a little wider. And let's flip it and we'll rotate it a little bit just so it doesn't look exactly like that one. We can also do some even more expansive kinds of changes if we go into distort, not distort, warp, and let's just warp it a little bit so we can really change what it looks like. It won't have any it won't resemble that one at all. So we can just rotate it, warp it a little bit. And now you can see it doesn't look like that one at all, although it has a funny little edge right here. Let's fix that. So I'm going to use my finger and just hold down, and that will give me the exact color that I'm on there. I'm going to go to my brush. I'm not going to use Hessian, of course. I'm going to go to Calligraphy Monoline, and that gives you a really clean line. So I'm just going to go to Monoline. I'm going to come over here, make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah. And I'm just going to give this a little help on that funny edge. It had a funny little edge. There. Much better. Okay? And that's just how hard that is. Now we'll do, go back to our layers, go here, get to our brush and go to sketching, get our 6B pencil. Let's give them some little tree trunks. And this one right here, which layer are we on? We're on the pink layer. So we just give this a little tree trunk and give this one a little tree trunk. Oh, nope, I'm on the wrong layer to do that. Go to the green layer and do the tree trunk. And now go to the purple layer and do a tree trunk right there. There. Boy, this Band-Aid is really getting in my way. I can't use my fingers like I normally do. So there you go. That's just a real simple little illustration that you can do, and that would be so much fun to give to someone, right? Now, if you want to make it for a specific holiday, it's super easy to do that. Let's have a new layer, go to the very top, new layer, and we're going to use, let's use an render pencil because we want something really delicate. And let's draw some stars. We could put, this could be a star on top of here, right? My fingers just do not want to work with this Band-Aid on top of them. That's just, they really don't like it. I'm going to get the monoline. That's just a little bit too tiny. Whoops. Monoline, calligraphy, monoline. Okay, and we want something a little golden. There we go. How big is our monoline? That's a little better, right? You could fill that in or you could leave it. You know, that can give you a little Christmas or a holiday type flavor. You could also write a wonderful little word up here like celebrate. You could draw a little house. You can do all kinds of things. And here's the cool thing. With all of these, you can dress them up, change the colors. I'm going to go back to the gallery. So watch how easy this is. Go back to the gallery. Now it's saved. Select that, duplicate. Now I have two of them. Now I'm going to open up this one. Oh, my fingers, this stupid Band-Aid. I'm going to go, it has saved all of my layers. I'm going to flatten it, all the layers. And what did I just do? My stupid thumb did that. Undo, undo. My thumb, it's driving me crazy. I'm going to flatten all of the, no, don't move. I'm going to have to do it left-handed. Flatten. There. This thumb is driving me nuts. Okay, so I've got this layer all on its own. All the colors are all together. So I could go over to Adjustments, Hue Saturation, and I can change the entire thing. Now it's spring, right? And maybe you want it black and white. Whoops, not black and white, sorry, went the wrong way. Maybe you want it to be a black and white drawing or whatever. So once you duplicate it, you can do all kinds of stuff to it. Okay? All right, so I'll take that off. We've got just tapping back. There we go. And so that gives you an idea about how you can use the iPad to create wonderful little illustrations that you can give as gifts. Okay, Hibiscus Tea Nando, where did I see this, and what is my inspiration? I see it in my brain. And I'm inspired. You know, I am voracious with inspiration. I mean, I eat up everything. The internet, printed material, what I see at the grocery store, the vistas as I drive down the highway. I mean, it all goes into my data bank. Just all goes in there. And I have a huge data bank. And so I just pull it out. Whenever I want to work, I just pull stuff out of my data bank. So there you go. It's scary in there. I have a lot of crazy stuff in there. But yeah, I just depending on the mood I'm in, you know, I do like these real simple, sweet little illustrations. And one of the things for me as a teacher, having taught for so many years, to make it accessible, to make it easy for people to create, is my main goal. So you saw how easy that was. You don't have to have any special drawing skills. You don't have to be able to, you know, render or anything else. All you have to do is, you know, have some color, have some shape, have some fun. Okay? Okay, so I have been talking about the Apple iPad Pro for 45 minutes. Let's talk about some other stuff that's in your carousel. And I've been using one of them, and that's the Apple Pencil. You can see right here. And that is amazing as a stylus. It is the most amazing stylus. I definitely think that if you're going to draw on the iPad, you definitely should use the Apple Pencil. And honestly, you know, I don't think there's another stylus that'll do the job as well. I really don't. Now make sure when you're getting the Apple iPad, I'm going to go over here to the Amazon page, and I'm going to show you all this page. Just so you can see the compatibility. So make sure when you get the Apple Pencil, whether you get the second generation or the first generation, scroll down to the bottom of the page where it says compatibility and make sure you're getting the right one for your iPad, okay? That'll make a big difference. Big difference. And I've got the first generation and the second generation in the carousel for you. And you guys know, I mean, I think you all probably all know that anything you purchase in the carousel, I make a commission on. That makes sense, right? That's not a big surprise, is it? I didn't think so. So there you go. And, you know, here's the other thing. I'm not ever going to tell you about something I haven't personally used. And so there are things that I have been asked to review that I don't tell you about because they aren't any good. And I don't want to say not good stuff. So I only show you things that I think are successful, that will help you and make you more creative or enable you to, you know, really shine with your creativity. It's not hard. You don't have to suffer to be creative. You shouldn't. It should be fun. It should be fun to create. That's my take. Okay, how about let's take a look at the Zugu. Where is my overhead? There it is. At the Zugu case. I'm crazy about this case, you guys. I am crazy about the Zugu case. Why is she crazy about the Zugu case? Well, first of all, it's purple. So that's great. It's purple. I love that. Look at that. Look how pretty it is. So here's something for you to think about. We have this discussion all the time at my house, and it's all about aesthetics versus functionality, right? So, you know, I don't care what it looks like if it functions properly, right? I'm not about the look. I want it to function properly. But if it functions properly and it's beautiful, I give it extra stars, okay? So that's why I like this Zugu case so much. It doesn't look like it came from the army or someplace, like you know how some of those heavy-duty cases are ugly. You know, it's like, I don't want to carry that around. It's ugly. This has that same kind of heavy-duty protection, and it's pretty. So that gets extra brownie points in my book, you know. So you've got these 10 notches here, and this functionality is really kind of cool. These notches right here are magnetic. So when you flip it around, the little feet come out. The little feet are magnetic. These little guys right here are magnetic. Can I show you that under the camera? See that? These guys right here are magnetic. So it stays put. It doesn't slide, you know, while you're watching Netflix. All of a sudden, you're watching Netflix and you're like falling over because your iPad won't stay up. So it stays put. It has 10 different levels that you can be at, which is awesome. It's great because I like to use this really low one back here. I like to use that when I'm drawing. I can rest my hand on the iPad. That's the cool thing about the iPad and the pencil, is that palm recognition. And that will, you know, you can draw. I can put my whole hand down and draw, and it won't recognize my palm. So I don't have to hover over my iPad to draw. That's crazy. That would make me crazy. Back to the Zugu. It's got this heavy-duty rubber grommet. I'm going to call it a grommet. I don't know if that's what they're calling it or not. But it's super protective, and it fits really tight. And let me tell you, getting the iPad in there takes a little work, but it's worth it. It's so worth it because it's really super protected, and they have a guarantee. So let's go over here. We're gonna go to the Zugu page on Amazon. Zugu. I just like saying Zugu. Here's the Amazon page on Zugu. Zugu on Amazon. And you can see it comes in a bunch of different colors. How come this one's only coming in black? Oh, because the colors are down here. So it comes in red, it comes in purple, berry purple, red, cognac brown, green, which I'm not a big fan of green, but this is kind of a nice green. At least it's not one of those lime greens, you know. Pink, which it was a toss-up for me between pink and purple. And blue, nice blue, and then basic black, which goes with everything. But here, take a look at this. I'm going to scroll down here. Where is it? Satisfaction guaranteed. We want you to love your Zugu case. That's why we offer free 30-day returns and a 2-year warranty. No questions asked. Now, that's somebody that stands behind their product. I'm like, dang, that's pretty good. And then right below that, do you see where it says free iPad repairs? Yes, really? Cracked screen shouldn't be the end. Zugu case covers all Apple Care and repair costs. What? That's crazy. So on top of all of that good stuff, they give 10% of all their profits to charitable causes. Enough said, okay? It's good. It's a good company. It's a good product. I love it. And it's pretty. It does the job. And look, it's got this. I got to show you this because I go all silly about this. This little edge right here. So your pencil fits in here, and it's magnetic, right? You got your magnetic pencil that goes in there. But look at the little edge here. That, you guys, that is so important. Because why is it so important? Because how many times has your pencil rolled off under the bed or something because it was just holding on to the magnetic part? This little thing keeps it from rolling off, and you're no longer, you know, crawling around under the bed at midnight looking for your Apple Pencil, right? Well, how do I know this? Has this ever happened to me? Maybe. So there you go. That's the little protected, it's not really a sleeve, it's like a little trough. I don't know if that's what they would call it. That's not a very attractive word, but it's like a little, what are we going to call that? going to have to think of a word for that. Maybe they tell us. Maybe they tell us what it is. Do they even tell us? Let's see if they tell us what they call that thing. Military drop certified. Okay, so does that mean that they gave it to the Army and told them to drop it a few times? I don't know. Anyway, I can't find the name for the little sleevey part where your pencil goes, but I'm not going to call it a trough. I think that makes it sound like we're on a farm. Also, it's got a really good window for your iPad camera, which I don't know about you guys, but that iPad, this camera on this thing, I mean, Steven Spielberg could make movies with that. It's crazy how good that is. The buttons are really easy to use. They work really well. You don't have to fiddle with them. And it's also got some nice big speakers for sound on both ends. So there you go. I love my Zugu case. I'm crazy for my Zugu case. And it's purple. That's so awesome. Okay, next up, we've got an Apple iPad Pro refurbished in your carousel, and I am going to find that right now. Now, one of the cool things about the one of the cool things about the Amazon Renewed Refurbished program is it has a warranty. So here's the Amazon page. This is an iPad Pro like the one that I'm using, and this one is renewed. $7.99, so you're saving quite a bit of money there, and Amazon's going to give you a payment plan as well. Not too shabby, okay? So there you go, that's that. Whenever you look at these renewed refurbished items on Amazon, scroll down and you will see the information there. What is Amazon Renewed? And it'll tell you the guarantee, it'll tell you all about the products that you're going to get, and so on. And excuse me one second, my allergies are acting up. Oh, goodness. So you get a really good deal. You keep something out of landfill. You can get started in digital art for a pretty reasonable price. So there you go. And it's a 90-day guarantee from Amazon. I mean, how could you lose? That's a pretty good way to do it, right? Okay, that is one of the renewed iPad Pros, just like the one I'm working on. Maybe it's a year older, you know, maybe it has a little less storage space. But don't forget now, when it comes to storage space, you can always send everything up to the cloud. So you don't have to have a ton of storage space. And that'll save you a little money if you get something with a little bit less storage space. This one has 256 gigabytes, which is good. That's great. You can do everything that Procreate has available. You can do that with 256 gigabytes. You don't even need that much. If you look down here, you've got different permutations, if you will, of that same iPad. And so you can get different, you space gray, you can get 128 gigabytes. You know, it just depends on what you want. But I think it's a really, really good way to get into a device for a lot less money and also with a guarantee. How could that be bad, right? Okay, speaking of cases, I'm going to show you just a little inexpensive case that I use all the time. I use this whenever I travel. I am extra careful with my iPad. Here's my case. I'm extra careful with my iPad because, you know, it's an expensive piece of equipment, so I make sure I take care of it. This is just a really inexpensive little laptop sleeve. It's got a couple of pockets in the front and a zipper, and it's padded. Very inexpensive, but it's that extra added protection. You know, you can put your Zugu case, your iPad in the Zugu case, and then put this in the suitcase, and you really feel like everything's just hunky-dory. It's all protected. Not only that, it comes in fun colors, you know. So, of course I'm going to like it because it's pink and purple, right? You know me. I'm always going to like the pink and purple stuff, right? So let's look at it on the Amazon page. Let me see. Let me find it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, there it is on the Amazon page. And it comes in a bunch of different colors. Look, right now you're getting a savings. You can get an extra savings on of 8%. So if you purchase that, you can get a couple of these. These would make a great gift for someone. A 13-inch iPad, or I mean a 13-inch MacBook will fit in here. 13-inch laptop will fit in here. So you can get fun colors, one for you, one for your best buddy, one for the kid, you know, that kind of thing. Never hurts to have that extra protection with these devices that we spend a fair amount of money on, right? Okay, next up is just a real basic, where'd it go? Just a real basic cover, or sleeve I should say. And guess what color it is? Guess what color is it? It's purple. Of course it's purple. If Tisa has it, it's purple. Purple or pink. This is the Amazon Basic sleeve for a laptop. Just super, super simple. I think these are, golly, what are these even going for? Where's my cursor? $11.99. And they come in a bunch of different colors, you know. Have fun with that. Again, it's just a very simple neoprene sleeve, nothing fancy. And it has a zipper, one zipper, you know, just extra protection. Now, I travel with my MacBook back and forth from home to studio every day. And my MacBook goes right inside this, and then it goes into my my computer bag, right? And I'll show you that in a minute. But this, I just leave the zipper open and just leave this in my computer bag. Can I show you my computer bag? Does it have weird stuff in it? Let's see. Do I have any? You never know. I might have an old cookie in there or something. Let's just clean it up a little bit before I show it to you, okay? We'll take all the funny stuff out. Here is my computer bag. And it's kind of big. I don't know if I can even get it under the, I don't think I can get it under the camera. Here it is. Ta-da! This is in your carousel. This one is the Lily Drew lightweight, what are they calling it? The Lily Drew lightweight what? Lily Drew lightweight travel tote weekender. And I think I got the last purple one. I've had this one for a couple of years. Let's look at it on Amazon. This raspberry is pretty cute though. I do like that. And I think it also comes in black. But now here's the thing about this that I love so much. OMG. This is why I got it. Check this out. See that right there? The luggage sleeve. Oh man. So I fill this thing up with my computer gear when I travel. I fill it up with my computer gear and then I just slide it right down over my roll-on luggage. And it's great because this goes under the seat with all my gear, and then my suitcase goes in the overhead. I don't have to check anything. And I've done that like for 2-week trips. I can do that. And man, oh man, does that really save you headaches. And it's perfect because the top of it, let's look at the top. The top of it, you can leave the top open. Where's my Amazon sleeve? Here's my Amazon sleeve, right? So my laptop goes right in there. You can zip it up. Oops. You can zip it up, leave the Amazon sleeve open, right? And then zip this. And then when you get to the airport, I haven't flown in a while. Are we still opening it up and pulling our laptop out? Do we still do that? I can't remember. But anyway, it's super easy. And then it's got a really nice shoulder strap. I'm going to pull the shoulder strap out. I don't use the shoulder strap because I'm too short. I just like to hold it. I just carry it. So here's the shoulder strap. Can you see that? It's really long, you know, and I have it, you can make it really short for us short people. It's got a really nice padded shoulder thingamajiggy, shoulder pad. So yeah, if you're going through the airport, this is a great bag. And it also fits under the seat, you guys. It fits under the airplane seat. That is so important. How many times have you tried to get the doggone bag under the airplane seat and it wouldn't go? This one fits. And I'm sure you could probably overstuff it and make it not fit, but don't do that. It'll fit. So I use this bag every day. It's got some very cool features. Hi, Tisa. Oh, hi, Ruth. Oh, you're from the Amazon group? Terrific. Put your link in there. Let us know what your live streaming handle is. So everybody, Ruth is here, and Ruth is also a live streamer, and she's going to put her handle in there for us and let us know where she is so we can all go over and see what cool things Ruth, All Things Beauty Live. That's fabulous. Okay, so you all, anybody that wants to get in the know on the beauty thing, Ruth is your gal. She's going to be live streaming at that link, and you can go over there and visit her and tell her I sent you. Thank you for popping in, Ruth. It's good to see you. Yay. Well, we're talking about the Lily and Drew, I should say, lightweight travel tote that I so absolutely adore. Now, I have the purple one. Of course I have the purple one, you guys. You know me by now. Everything I have is purple. But the raspberry rose one that's right there on Amazon right now, that Amazon page, and it's in your carousel, is gorgeous. Is really pretty. And they also have different colors that you can find. So I highly recommend it, and I wanted to tell you about one of my favorite little things that this bag has. Purple is your color too? No wonder they're sold out of purple. We're buying up all the purple stuff, right? So I want to show you guys something that it really is kind of a life changer. I know it's a tiny thing, but honestly, I got to show you this. So here's the bag. I'm going to actually tip the camera down just a little bit. There. So here's the bag. And maybe I'll go to the overhead camera. You can see this a little better. In the front pocket of this bag, this front pocket right here, this may not seem like a big thing to you guys, but it's really kind of life-changing. So open up the front pocket, and inside here is a little leash. See that little leash right there? This little leash, okay? And a couple of pockets, and then this all zips up, right? Now, this leash is the next time you use this, think of me fondly, okay? Because it's going to change your life. So how many times have you been going someplace on a trip, you call Uber or you call Lyft, and you're going to the airport, and then you throw your house keys and your car keys or whatever keys you have, you throw them in your bag. And you don't think about them again because you're going to the Caribbean or you're going to Baja or someplace. And you don't think about them again, right? Because you don't need them. So then you get off the plane at LAX at midnight and you're exhausted and maybe sunburnt. And so then you start home. You get home. It's 1 o'clock. You still haven't thought about your keys. It's 1 o'clock. You're now standing on your front porch trying to find your keys. And you don't know where they are. This is where they are. This is where they are. So when you get in the cab, you get in the Uber, you get in the Lyft, you you put your keys right here on this leash, and you put it in there, and you zip it up, and you don't think about it again until you get off the plane at LAX. And then when you do that, think of me fondly, okay? Because you're going to love it. You are going to love it. And I'm telling you, if I've done a lot of traveling, and I know for a fact it happens, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You know, you're standing at the front door with your partner. You have the keys, right? No, I thought you had the keys. Well, they're not in my bag. You have the keys. Okay, you know where it's going next. There's going to be a big fight, right? Just get your Lily Drew bag and get your leash and go, I have the keys, honey. I've known where the keys are the whole time. Right? Who knows? You could save a marriage that way, right? Tisa can act? Oh, yeah, honey, Tisa can act. So anyway, that is the Lily Drew bag. And I've got to tell you, this bag is $45, you guys. And I have used it every single day for about, I think I've had this bag for 3 years. Every single day. Every single day I use this bag. And it's so sturdy and it's cute. Of course it's cute because it's purple. So what else can I say about it? It's awesome. It has the luggage sleeve. Man, that's huge. When you are running through the airport and you've got like 10 minutes to get to the plane. Yeah, you're gonna the next time you're traveling and you can't find your keys, that's where they're going to be. All right, what have we not done? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I need to tell you guys about the Golden State frames, and I'm going to put the camera back where it was. I want to tell you about the Golden State frames because once you've made this wonderful artwork that we were doing earlier on the iPad, then you want to put it in these frames and give them as gifts. So let me grab the frames. You know, I'm actually going to show you all the box that these come in. So it seems like a very plain box, right? But the nice thing about it is, I don't know, can you see down inside there? They put, what do you call it? They put little spacers in there so that the frames won't knock against each other and get all marred up. I thought that was kind of nice. They didn't have to do that, right? Okay, so here are the Golden State frames, and I'm going to tip that so you don't get a glare. But these are so inexpensive. Here's a little Christmas thing we did the other day. This is digital. Actually, are these digital? No, I actually painted these. But this one's digital. And so these three, I don't know if I can get all of them under, I don't think I can get all of them under the camera. Can I? Can I get all three of them there? Let's see. Sorta. There you go. So those three right there are they $25 today? Is that right? Let me go see. Yeah. $25. Come on. That's crazy. Let's look at them. And the other cool thing is they come in black and white. You can get a package of 3. But you have more friends than that, right? You have more presents to do than that. So let's look at how many. You can get 9 or 3 or 9. I thought you used to be able to get 24. Maybe they ran out of 24s. But definitely 9. Look at that. You can get 9 of those. 9 of those for $27. That's like $3 a piece. That's crazy. And then the white ones, 3 for $25. So they must have more white in stock. Let's see. And then you get 1 for $11.99. Don't do that. Get the 3, right? That makes more sense. But look, 9 of these for $27, and you can make the little landscapes that we just looked at. on the iPad. You can make those landscapes, and then you can change the color in all of them and flip them around and stuff. You can have a whole gallery wall in your house for $30, right? It's not bad, because you can just print them out. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just print them out. Okay, well, there you go. That's our live stream for today. I think we've done everything. I think I got just about everything. I went crazy for my Lily Drew bag. But you know, when I love something, and I love that bag, when I love something, man, oh man, I'm going to tell you all about it. So you guys run out and buy a bunch of Lily Drew bags. Everybody will be running around the airport with a Lily Drew bag. Okay, questions? Anybody have questions? Where are we? Where are we with all of our live stuff? I don't even know where we are. We were on YouTube. I don't know if we still are. We may be. And we were on Facebook. I don't know if we're still there as well. But you never know. I am going to wrap it up here at Amazon Live. And if you are on YouTube or Facebook with me, jump over to acrylicdiva.live sometime and say hello. Because I'm over here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 o'clock. And we will do it again. We will come back on Wednesday, and I will do it again. Ruth wants to know if someone assists me with the cameras. Oh, honey. There's nobody but me here and the people in my head. No, there's nobody but me here. You want to see? Let's see. Can I put the other camera on? Let's see if I can show you my setup, Ruth. Hang on. Ouch! My phone mount just bit me. That hurt. Okay, let's see if I can. Other phone is live, and I can show you what my studio looks like. I've never shown anybody what my studio looks like on Amazon Live. So there you go. Let's look at. Okay. Do I have, hang on a sec, Ruth. I will talk to you about those camera settings. Oh yeah, the camera settings. Okay, here we go. Here you go, Ruth. I'm trying to get as far enough away. You probably can't hear me. That's my setup, Ruth. There you go. Right? So, nobody here but us chickens. Nobody here but me. And me and all the people in my head. Yeah. So the main thing you want to do is I'll get over to the Facebook group with you. Oh, you don't see it? Did you guys not see my oh gosh, did I forget to share the screen? Let's see. Let me see. No, there, you should be seeing it. You should be seeing the studio. I'm seeing it. Are you guys not seeing it? Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Now you're looking at the light. Yeah, no, there it is. There's my studio. You're only seeing the frames? Refresh your browser, Ruth. Refresh your browser. Yeah, Nando, you can see it? Yeah, you need to refresh your browser, Ruth. So you can see my MacBook and all my crazy stuff. My fake plant. There you go. So there you go. That's the setup. That's the crazy setup. All right, I am gonna jet out of here, and I will. You see it now? Okay, good. Okay, good, Ruth. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on, but for sure, I will see you over in the Facebook group for the creators, for the Amazon Live creators. And definitely, if you have questions, just give me a holler, okay? All right. It has been so fun to hang out with you guys. I'm just having a good time, being silly. This is my fake plant. I can't have real plants, you guys. because I forget to water them and then they die and I feel bad. So I just buy plastic ones. I'm a terrible farmer. What time, New York time? What time, what are we doing, New York time? Oh, you mean over in the Facebook group? It's 5, yeah, give me 10 minutes. I'll meet you over there. I'll meet you over there. I'm not going live. I'll just meet you over there. I am going live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Ruth and for everybody else. I'm going live. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Unless it's a holiday. Although actually, I think New Year's Day and Christmas Day this year are on Saturday, aren't they? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here a lot. And I have not been MIA, Nando. I have not. I only took 2 days off because I was traveling. Nando's very hard on me, Ruth. You wait till he shows up in your live stream and he'll make you work. He'll ask you hard questions and make you work. All right, kids, I have to go feed the puppers. I'm in charge of puppers. I'm in charge of the doggers today, and I have to go feed them. And if I don't get home and feed them on time, they try to chew my leg off when I get home. It's kind of crazy getting in my front door. I've 2 doggers who just love me so much because I can open a can. That's why they love me, you know. Everybody have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you may be. We'll see you back here on Wednesday when I'm going to talk about live streaming. Ruth, come back Wednesday at 3 p.m. California time, which is 6 p.m. your time, right? Come back on Wednesday. I'm talking about live streaming. I'm going to talk to you about my gear. I'm going to show you all the crazy stuff I have here. We'll talk and you can ask me questions. Okay? Okay. All right. Thanks, you all. I will see you. That was the question. That's funny. I will see you all later. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep making good stuff out there, you guys, because the world needs to see your magic. You know that, right? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.